1, 2, 3, come on!
Hello, my dear students! Another health lesson for today. And our topic is all about growth and development. And our lesson 1 is all about changes during adolescence. And our lesson 2 is all about health appraisal. And our most essential learning competency for these lessons are: recognize changes in different aspects of growth that normally happen during adolescence years. Recognize that changes in different dimensions are normal during adolescence. Explains the proper health appraisal procedures. Demonstrates health appraisal procedures during adolescence in order to achieve holistic health. Avails of health services in the school and community in order to appraise one's health. And last, applies coping skills in dealing with health concerns during adolescence. Lesson 1: Changes during adolescence. Human development is a lifelong process of physical, mental, emotional, social, and moral or spiritual growth and change. In the early stages of life, from babyhood to childhood, childhood to adolescence, and adolescence to adulthood, great changes takes place. Throughout the process, each person develops attitudes and values that guide choices, relationships, and understanding. Now let's start with our activity 1. Answer must be written in a cut-out petals for changes in girls, leaves and stem for changes in boys. Use separate sheet of bond paper. Question: what are the amazing physical or bodily characteristics or changes that the boys and girls undergo during puberty? But before answering our activity 1, watch first our inputs for the amazing changes of boys and girls during puberty period. Here are the different changes during adolescence. Number 1 is the physical changes. The reproductive organs of both boys and girls grow and develop. Primary sex characteristics are those directly related to the sex organs. Secondary sex characteristics are changes not directly related to sexual reproduction. Some of the most significant parts of puberty development involve distinctive physiological changes in a person's height, weight, body composition, and circulatory respiratory system, which are largely influenced by hormonal activity. Our next changes is the mental or intellectual changes. Adolescents experience rapid mental development, experiencing intellectual changes in how they think. There is likewise an improvement in adolescents' memory and thinking. The third changes is the emotional changes. Adolescents experience emotional changes as in their moody state. The fourth one is the social changes. Adolescents experience social changes in relationships with others. Personal or social concerns dominate while academics become secondary. The last changes that will occur during puberty period is the moral or spiritual changes. Adolescents explore the moral and ethical issues. So now, for our activity 2, answer agree or disagree to the following statement. Number 1, begin to show admiration towards other people. Number 2, start to experiment with new things. Number 3, may become restless and rebellious. Number 4, conscious of one's look and appearance. Number 5, sensitive to what people say. Number 6, awkward feeling in relation with other people. Number 7. It is better to be in with a group rather than be alone. Number 8. Inquisitive. Number 9. Changing moods. And number 10. What your friends say is more important than what your family members say. So always remember that changes that happen during puberty are normal to adolescence. You have to know and understand these changes so that they will not surprise nor scare you. They are a normal part of your growth and development as a person. What is important is for you to learn how to cope with them in appropriate ways. You will learn that wonderful body has built-in mechanisms that help you grow and develop as an individual. You just have to recognize and use it well. Now let's proceed to our lesson 2, which is the health appraisal. Concept. One way to the health appraisal is to know your health status so that you can take necessary actions to improve your health habits and practices. In case there is a sign of a medical problem, early detection can help to prevent this from becoming serious that would need appropriate treatment. As an adolescent, you should always remember that you are always responsible for your own health. Monitor your body changes. This is often referred to as part of self-care. Remember that the school health personnel, so with your barangay health personnel, are there to help maintain the health of the students, people in the school or community. So, avail of any health services they offer. For our activity 3, check your life skills. On a separate sheet of paper, check if you have undergone these procedures and write also the date of your last examination. Number 1. Have you gone to a physician and informed you about your general health status? Number 2. Do you visit your dentist and inform you of your dental condition? Number 3. Do you have any idea about your growth rate? Number 4. Do you have an idea of your ideal weight? Number 5. Have you visited your ophthalmologist and informed you of your visual acuity? Number 6. Do you have an idea about the condition of your spine? Number 7. Do you regularly do the breast self-examination? Number 8. Have you checked your ability to hear the loudness and pitch of the sound? Now for this activity, you have to evaluate your answer. How many procedures did you check? How many did you not? What do you think is the screening test which you have not undergone yet? So when you can avail of this screening test? If you checked all the procedures, it means you had undergone the screening test. Congratulations! You are now able to attain holistic health. Activity 4, the spider web. Direction. Fill in the spider web showing the health services in school and community. For example, in school, the dental checkup. And for the barangay health center, we have the free polio vaccine. Write this on another sheet of paper. Activity 5 is the contract signing. My health screening contract. My health screening contract. Write this on a separate sheet of paper. Here are some coping skills due to changes during adolescence. A psychologist helps ensure the health and well-being of a person and will introduce the ways to cope with your concerns. Coping skills will help you deal with emotional problems like being sad, difficult, and stressful experiences in your lives. If you have developed coping skills, you can prevent serious problems resulting from these experiences. These are several coping techniques you can use in ordinary life situations. Some are very useful and some are not. Some can help you for a short time only, but some can help you for a long time. And here are the essential positive coping skills. We have the spiritual coping, social or interpersonal coping, tension releasers, limit setting, physical coping, mental or intellectual coping, and diversions. And our activity 5 is Cope Cake. In this activity, you are going to make a cope cake recipe. You must have your own ingredients and directions on how you are going to cope in case you have a problem. To recall our previous lesson about holistic health is about caring for the whole person, providing for your physical, mental, spiritual, and social needs. It rooted in the understanding that all these aspects affect your overall health and being unwell in one aspect affects you in others. For activity 6, check for adolescence. In this activity, you need to prepare another sheet of coupon band and listen carefully to the questions. Write yes, no, or never if you think that would fit your answer to the questions given. Would you agree that adolescence is an age-dramatic physical change? Next, have your parents prepared you for these changes? Next, have these changes affected you as a person? Next, was it easy to talk about these changes? Next, have you ever told you're a moody? Next, do you think that at your age, you are still forming your identity? Next, is there someone who has made a great influence in your life other than your parents? Next, do you ever think that adolescence is an age of confusion? Next, have you ever experienced questioning your own belief? Have you ever been in a situation where you were forced to do something because most of your friends were doing it? Next, do you feel inferior when you compare yourself to others in terms of your physical appearance or physical development? Next, are you saying that adolescence is an age of increasing independence? Next, ever felt like wanting to be out of the use, just doing what you want to do without being nagged or getting a sermon from your parents? And the last one, ever felt like wanting to be rid of responsibilities at home? And our last activity is What You See in Me, a page of praises. In another sheet of paper, draw a picture and think of something about your own appearance or body that you feel good about it. It could be your smile, your eyes, the way you walk, your muscles, your hair, or your height. It could also be your body shape, your nose, the way you dance or move, the shape of your face, your arms or legs, your hands, your skin, your dimples, or your lips, or it could be something else. Write a poetic sentence describing the characteristic. Example, my smile brightens up the whole room, or my eyes are deep like the ocean. Yes, and that ends our lesson. Remember, class, that our performance standards is for you to appropriately manage concerns and challenges during adolescence to achieve holistic health. Bye-bye, class, and see you in our Quarter 2 lessons in music, arts, PE, and health. Hope you enjoy our Quarter 1 lessons in MAPEH 7.